I'm gonna take the river road down to Santa Fe. I'm gonna put my feet in the Rio Grande somewhere along the way. I'm gonna watch the sunlight dance on the leaves of fall. Take off my boots and hang my hat on some adobe wall, where the morning brings the perfect light and true colors show. And the ringing of a mission bell always soothes my soul. Sit 'neath the ristras on some portico of some fine old hotel. Play my guitar and look for the stories that I've yet to tell. Oh, New Mexico, you're on my mind. Whenever my heart grows weary of walking the line, you always give me back who I am and take me in. You trade me your clear blue sky for the shape I'm in. I'm gonna walk among the golden chamisa while the sun goes down. I'm gonna have Rianos and an old cantina heading back to town. I'm gonna stroll down on the plaza, lovers hand in hand. Have a beer over at the La Fonda and hear old Bill Hearn's band. Oh, New Mexico, you're on my mind. Whenever my heart grows weary of walking the line, you always give me back who I am and take me in. Trade me your clear blue sky for the shape I'm in. You trade me your clear blue sky for the shape I'm in. Thank you. You know, what do you call a pretty girl on an accordion player's arm? A tattoo.
I appreciate those so much.
That's too bad Jody and those guys already told my favorite pitch. Perfect pitch thing, yeah.
I've heard them all.
Well, we're certainly glad to be here, and we're glad all of you came out. It's great to see some friends I haven't seen in years, and some I haven't seen in a day. My wife told me not long ago that she thought she was going crazy, so I wrote this song. A rustler's moon over the Rio Grande, barefoot and walking in the cool wet sand. Her heart is free, her steps are light, and I'm lost in love on a summer night. Old Mexico, just on the other side, where she wants to go, to leave it all behind. She wants to break a rule, wants to cross a line. She knows life is short, but wants to see how wide. Oh, but she ain't crazy, she's just looking for a reason or a rhyme. It might all get hazy, but she always found a way to turn on a dime in the nick of time. But she ain't crazy. town. It's where she wants to go. No turning around. And I got the wheel, no end in sight. And I tell her that love will make it all alright. And that she ain't crazy, she's just looking for a reason or a rhyme. It might all get hazy, but she always found a way to turn on a dime in the nick of time. No, she ain't crazy, she's just looking for a reason or a rhyme. Might all get hazy, but she always found a way to turn on a dime in the nick of time. Oh, but she ain't crazy. No, she ain't crazy. Lee Patterson. So this duck walks in the bar, jumps up on the bar, says to the bartender, he says, you got any grapes? Bartender said, no. Duck leaves. Next day, duck comes in, hops up on the bar, says, you got any grapes? I said, no. Third day, duck comes in, hops up on the bar, says, you got any grapes? Bartender said, man, I didn't have grapes yesterday or the day before. I'm not gonna have them today, I'm not gonna have them tomorrow. So if you come in here again, jump on my bar, I'm gonna nail your feet to the bar. Next day, duck comes in, hops up on the bar, says, you got any nails? Bartender said, no. Says, you got any grapes? Oh boy. This is a song that I wrote about one of the critters that lives out where my land is. Colleen and I have an old Airstream trailer we fixed up, and it's out on 70 acres of prairie. And the wind just constantly howls out there. In fact, when the wind stops blowing, all the chickens fall over. This is about the coyote. Coyote run, moves about with the wind like a spirit. No beginning and no end, he knows my heart, he is my friend. And I hear his cry under the cold December moon up from the arroyo. He says snow is coming soon, and I watch his shadow make the rim. Coyote, ancient phantom of the plain, coyote, ever free to roam the rain. I stand alone in the ancient riverbed, and I watch the skyline and the coming of the dawn, and I turn my face into the wind. Long gone, he's a ghost in morning light through the mist. He's the spirit of the night, my friend has come and gone again. Coyote, ancient phantom of the plain. Coyote, ever free to roam the range. And I go along, if only in my mind I know his trail. We're both the lonesome kind, we know the prairie as our home. Coyote, ancient phantom of the plains. Coyote, ever free to roam the range. Thanks. It's like a canyon thing there. You notice that? Did you hear that canyon thing?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You know, here I am. I'm old enough now to where I've pretty much seen it all, heard it all, and done it all. I just can't remember it all.
Ah, yeah, that's what
I wrote this for my beautiful wife. I see all of Colorado in her eyes, across the prairie up to the Great Divide, through the canyons out where the rivers all run dry. I see all of Colorado in her eyes. She's a Colorado girl, it's plain to see. Braided hair, a cowboy hat, and old blue jeans. She's as pretty as that white blue open sky. And I see all of Colorado in her eyes. And her spirit runs free out on the plain, where the wildflowers bloom in summer rain. She's as pure as the snow melt in July. And I see all of Colorado in her eyes. She takes my breath away just like the Columbine in the high mountain meadow morning light. She takes me higher than the red-tailed hawk in flight. And I see all of Colorado in her eyes. And her spirit runs free out on the plain, where the wildflowers bloom the summer rain. And she's as pure as the snow melt in July. And I see all of Colorado in her eyes. I see all of Colorado in her eyes. Thank you. This land I live on out there is it's so flat that you can see your wife leaving you for 3 days.
Sing when you just sing.
Well, we just finished a new album, and it's called Cowboy Sky, and it's for sale back there.
boombox. I figure I'll charge about what, you know, in sort of the amount of effort I put into it.
That was your kick up to sales?
Right, yeah. Lee's also my business manager. He's actually my music teacher. Before I met Lee, I used to, you know, I thought that a diminished fifth was like a half-empty bottle of Jack Daniels. And he taught me that arpeggio wasn't the guy in Pinocchio. Anyway, this is the title cut off the new CD, it's Cowboy Sky. I'll eat when I'm hungry, boys, and I'll drink when I'm dry, and work when I have to, and live till I die, beneath the wide cowboy sky. I'll mend the fences, boys, and I'll pitch the hay, and take to the trail, boys, round up the strays, beneath the wide cowboy sky. There's miles of open range neath the cowboy sky. There's acres of purple sage far as you can ride. So when I kick off the sagebrush, boys, at the end of the line, bury me neath the sage, boys, so forever I'll lie neath the wide cowboy sky. That white cowboy sky. Some guy asked me the other day if I'd lived here all my life. I said, not yet. My memory is getting so bad that I could plan my own surprise party. This is another song off the new album. Out here is next to nowhere. Out here, peace I know. Sangres in the distance, white with winter snow. And out here I found the reason God put me here on earth, to love the land and seasons and to always put Him first. And out here like wild horses my heart runs free, and there's nothing but God's glory as far as I can see. Out here on the wind there's a song so clear,
out here. And out here the roads are gravel, miles of county dust, to see your nearest neighbor, people you can trust. And out here the land's forever, the wind the only sound. You see all of his creation from upon higher ground. Out here, on the wind there's a song so clear. I know I belong out here. Out here, out here. Thank you. This old guy goes to the doctor and he gets examined, and the doc calls him and says, I got good news and bad news. What do you want first? He said, I'll take the good news. He said, well, you got 24 hours left to live. And he said, God, that's the good news? What's the bad news? He said, I tried to get hold of you all day yesterday. Yeah, this is one off, I think we get time for two more. I'm one of these guys that hates that, stay my welcome. The older the violin, sweeter the music. She longs to dance to its fine melody. There's an old cowboy song in the heart of the lady. The music, I'm dancing free. She's there in his eyes, the eyes of a young man. A song in his heart that he's longing to sing. The older the violin, the sweeter the music, so softly carried on the wind. And he sang songs about his years in Colorado, when he was young and one tough buckaroo, of a life worn thin in the saddle, and of love that's always true. The older the violin, sweeter the music. She wants to be everywhere he's been. She closes her eyes and rides along beside him, singing to the old violin. And he sang songs about his years in Colorado, when he was young, one tough buckaroo, of a life worn thin in the saddle, and of love that's always true. He sang songs and of love that's always true. Love that's always true. Thank you. Thanks for having us. It's been a real kick and a hoot. Appreciate it. And, how about a hand for Lee and that accordion? This is a song that the Sons and Brothers Band recorded that I wrote, and really proud of that. They got it on a couple of their albums. It's called The Broken White Line. Packing it up, I'm loading the best years of my life in a truck and heading down the road. Rodeo, town to town, dust to dust, on the edge, sometimes too close. Seems I'm always leaving someone behind, chasing my dreams down this broken white line. Broken white line. So cowboy up, make one ride at a time. The next go round just might be the one. Pikes Peak or bust, Cheyenne, the Calgary Stampede, mile after mile I just let them run, 'cause each day comes down to 1 8-second ride, somewhere along this broken white line, broken white line. I should be home mending fence. My mama always said, boy, you ain't got no sense. Ain't got no sense, boy, so throw the gate. Whirlwind of dust, dirt, and spurs is my way of making ends meet. Hide the pain, I know how to ride when I'm hurt, and take a fall and get back on my feet. 'Cause each day comes down to 1 8-second ride, somewhere along this broken white line, broken white line, broken white line, broken white line. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.